Yes, that's good. Now, when God has knowledge of God, it has knowledge of who, or what, or where. Has knowledge of who, knowledge of what. Yeah, that's it. Got that right. You can say that loud too. You can say that. That's what they do. Yes. And then you got to build. You have to build. You have to add on to it. How you add on to it? Well, by the way, she already added on. She's the secretary of God. You sit in the neck. So she added on to it. They knowledge from God, and then added on to it, and that's what we're going to be building. Right? And we're building, and we're building, and we're building. That's what we are here to do. I'm motivated to come here to build. I'm not motivated to come here to talk or to do nothing else. If anyone here have children and would like, because maybe the kids don't want to learn about the old people no more. Who knows? But we, as God, we have to be able to go down to their level because they can't come up to ours. Right? So maybe they don't want to hear me talk. Master God walking, they can come right down on your level. So that's what I'm striving to create, and I am going to, whether you assist me or not. Because I know what the Lord told me who I am. So whether you assist me or not, this has to go down. Because it's a legacy thing. If the kids are not up here at the valley, now, what's going to happen when she get my age? Think about that. If the kids are not up here building, now, nation or ant, where will my nation be when my child is my age? Very good point. I think about this all the time. That's why I wish the mother getting 120. That's why we do 120 up here. And I think about this all the time. There's not one time I don't think about this. I don't want to take up too much time for somebody else to do. That's why I got to say hey. Hey.
My name is Lord Born Justice. I'm God of T-Law. Gave mathematics, wisdom, born. All being born from wisdom. Have you not heard that your word is bond, regardless of whom or to what? Yes, my word is bond, or bond is my life, and I will give my life before my word shall fail. I want to speak to y'all about a few things that's going on in this nation and what's going on Facebook. How many of y'all, in show of hands, how many of y'all are on Facebook? Who got a Facebook account? Okay, so a lot of y'all don't know what's happening on Facebook. Facebook is like the social media where you can put up a comment and people can respond to your comment. You can put up a picture and people can respond to the picture. Lately, what's been happening on Facebook, there's been a lot of tick for tack going back and forth about who we are. They're arguing about their 5%. They're arguing about there's no nation of gods on earth. They're arguing about the white man's God. They're arguing about the black woman is a goddess. All these things is pulling the fiber of the nation in different directions, especially if you're not rooted in this culture, right and exact. So if you're not rooted, you can easily be swayed in another direction. If somebody comes to you with a strong argument and can tell you why you're not a 5%, and it makes sense to you, you'll go in that direction. But then when you go to somebody else and say that you're part of the nation of God and earth, and they give you a reason why you're not part of that, and they say you were part of the 5% nation of Islam, you lost. But I'm going to put that down for a later date. Let's want to throw that out there so y'all can know some of the things that people are arguing about. Instead of arguing about coming together, let's seats in the auditorium? How can we make more progress at a law school in Mecca? These are the things that we should be focusing on. Somewhere down the line in the very near future, we're going to target a date to whereas one of my brothers basically named it the Great Debate, to where we can have God and earth from different regions outside the realm of now why that can be here, because this information, like I said, social media is all over the place. And a lot of these people that's on social media do not come to the parliament. Some of the brothers and sisters that are here today is because I have put out a bill and said we usually have a pre-parliament meeting, like the Saturday before the parliament, to discuss some things that's going on in the nation and to discuss the topics that's going to be addressed up here, instead of everybody getting up here with the nonsense that they've been talking about these last years, months, and days. Y'all know what I'm talking about when y'all been here. So, this meeting we're having is a discussion to say, what are we going to do next? Where are we going? What direction are we going in? We got to have a mission. We got to have a direction. Almighty God of Allah gave us a blueprint, plain and simple. We can't deviate from the blueprint. The blueprint is to teach the uncivilized people to be civilized. The blueprint is to teach the young, teach the deaf, the dumb, and the blind. If you have a project, you're working on something, you need support, then ask for the support so we can add on. We may not have the money to give to you to add on, but we may have the skill set, we may have the resources to connect you to somebody that can help you go to the next level. Wisdom born. If you make your wisdom born, if he can hear what you're saying, if you're able to express what you need to know, so we can go in the right direction. But the main topic that I want to speak about is protocol. Protocol is basically simply having law and order, having rules and regulations in place, or policy in place, to let you know the order of the way things are supposed to be done. Just like our supreme mathematics. Our supreme mathematics go from knowledge to born. That's the order. If you take it out of that order, then what you're doing, it has to go through a cycle. From knowledge to born, wisdom to born, understanding to born, culture to born, it goes through a cycle. But if you keep it in a mathematical format that it was created in, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, freedom, power, family, equality, God, build or destroy, born. Some people have cycles in their math.
I did.
You have brothers that's coming and sisters that's coming into the nation with great ideas, but they just throwing their idea out there. They're not like speaking to nobody and saying, listen, I would like to do such and such, such and such. I want to present it to the nation. The nation is bigger than what's here right now. This is our Universal Parliament in New York City, in the tri-state area. But you got gods on earth all over the planet that basically need to have the same information that we're getting right here. And soon we're going to be able to hook that up where we can have the screen here where the gods and earths of different states can be able to see the parliament. It's like a conference. When you go to a conference, you can do it. You have a computer, you got a computer IT workers that know how to do that. And they can put it up there, they have gods and earths in different locations that will have the same setting in a community room, in their apartment, or wherever they may be, and they can see what we see. They can hear what we hear, and we can hear from them, and we can see what they're doing, or where they may need help at. But you cannot continue to come into a nation that already has policies set up and try to set up something that you want to set up to negate the policy that's already there. Now, we had some situations manifesting themselves in the last month or so where the brother put out an idea, it was a great idea at the time. You know, we had to have a meeting on it. It was referred to a 16-point flash. And then y'all hear that on Facebook? Y'all heard about that?
Yep.
All right. So now, there was no misunderstanding about how it's going to be resolved and how it's going to be dealt with. A couple of guys got together. The key mathematics, Allah Freedom, myself, and the brother. We sat down in Pilon. We had a very peaceful, civilized meeting that lasted for like maybe two and a half hours. and a lot of great information came out in reference to our universal flag. If Almighty God Allah chose the flag that we have, the one that we wear today, we don't need no other flag. That's the greatest and only flag known in the universe. And that's the one that we wear. But the brother had a great idea at the time. It just wasn't time for it to manifest itself into fruition. So that was put to the table and everything is peace with that. But I say that to say this, there's other things that's going on in the nation with the same concept, where you got brothers and sisters making flags on hats, making flags on shirts, making flags on t-shirts, making flags and selling them. Is any of those proceeds coming to a law school in Mecca? Is any of that money coming to maybe a program that maybe one of the earth or God and earth is doing in a particular state? No. This is a problem about protocol. Protocol says, well, wow, I'm going to use this flag. I'm going to make this book. I'm going to put these books out and put the cover, the flag on there. The universal flag, in the name of, they have a blank space right there where you can put the child's name in. And I'm going to sell these books. But some of the proceeds that I'm selling these books from, or making from, I'm going to donate it to a law school in Mecca, a law youth center in Mecca, and it's going to be made known. Put it in a 5% newspaper that I got these books, I'm going to sell them. Part of the proceeds is going to some place. Now, it's good that you can make money off your nation, but the same token is greater if you can put something back into your nation. You can pick a project, like Dumont did a project at the school with the stars. And then you got the bars, the plaques on the wall. Then he created a resource book, which I think everybody should have their name in there if you have some kind of skill or talent. If you can draw, if you got electrical knowledge, if you got plumbing knowledge, like my man Wise, we call on him all the time, regardless of plumbing. Things that had to be done at law school in Mecca, I call the God. He came out there, took care of what had to be taken care of, school got heat. We need a licensed electrician, we need a carpenter. There's work that's going to be done in the law school in Mecca. They're going to need a team of skilled people. Wisdom born. We come to these parliaments, we say certain things, we sit here, but do we take anything back to our community? To say, well, today at the parliament, the sister stood up and said something about health, and we should clean our systems out, and we should do this, that, and the third. And this is the formula that she gave us. Let's try it out. You got 30 days, and you tried it out, and it worked. And you passed it on to some people. Now you come back to the parliament again, you're going to be up here. You got something to say. Last parliament, I heard your sister say so-and-so, you tried it, it worked, I feel so much better now, I'm lightheaded, I can study more, I can see things more clearly now. Wisdom born. We got to straighten some things out. If we don't come together, we're not going to straighten it out. They're going to slide right through the cracks, just like sand. You try to hold sand in your hand, it's going to stay right here, but it's going to fall through the cracks of your fingers. Like sand in the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. The trial and tribulation that we go through today is the same trial and tribulation our older brothers and sisters went through in the past. The same thing. The only thing that we have that they didn't have, we have a chance to build from that, to learn from that, to learn from their mistakes, so we won't have the same mistake this day and time. We have to have some kind of protocol in place. Now, I've done some research where there was a time when Universal Shamrock had put Son of Man out. I don't remember the exact year, but it had something in there about a council, a supreme council, that would be broken down in different departments and be utilized, and each person would communicate with the person above. But that gave an idea. That's something I'll probably bring in another parliament. I got to bring it with me. Then you had the GUL. It was an organizational structure that certain things could be done with different positions that they had to work out. It wasn't successful for whatever reason. Then you had a Pelon unification process that was also put together, not just for Pelon, but it was a blueprint that could be used across the globe if you put it in place. The whole thing that I'm saying is that we have to have some kind of structure. We have to have some kind of order. If not, people are going to continue to do what they think is right. Ain't nobody can tell me what to do because I'm God attitude. And that's not right exact for this nation. Because you God is a great thing. But when you God, you got to do things not just right, but you got to do it right and exact. And to do it right and exact, you have to follow the mathematical formula from knowledge to born. That's the protocol. It's already set. And we can't change that. So when brothers are going to make certain ancestors make certain suggestions about what we should do as a nation, the first thing we got to do as a nation is come together. We got to come together, not just come together as a parliament. I mean, come together with an idea. Let's sit down and have a determined idea. Yo, God, this is what we want to do. And these are the steps that we're using, that we're going to use to get to that goal. So if you don't have no goal, you ain't got no mission, you ain't got no direction, what are you doing? You're lost. You're going to be walking in the wilderness of North America, aimlessly, with no direction and nowhere to go. We have to come up with a goal. I suggest the goal that we have is try to come together as a family and to sit down and make some plans to do something successful. But the reason why Yaakov was successful in all this undertaking is because the people who were his followers, they obeyed Yaakov's law, regardless of what he told them to do, they did it. If not, they paid with their lives. Yaakov did not build prison houses to imprison his people. But one fell victim to the law. The penalty was death and was enforced on everyone who fell victim. That's the protocol. That's worked in Yaakov's day. We can reverse the process of anything that Yaakov did, and we can be successful in our undertaking if we obey our own protocol, our own supreme mathematics, our own nation, our own flag. All these things is ours. We own that. But because you own it, you have to live up to it. It means more than just stand on the corner going through the lesson. It means putting in some work. When there's a Paul giving out, we're going to do some work down the law school in Mecca. We need some help. And I created a law school in Mecca Facebook page just for that. For those that's on Facebook, when something is being done at the school, we have a meeting, and I build to God, and they say, yo, God, can you put this out there? I put it on that page. I got 300 and something, I think it's 368 members on that page. So I got 368 people that are getting the same message of what's being said this day and time today. Then I can put it on another page, and people take it and they repost it. So that means the information is circulating. So it's not hard to get the word out. All you have to do is put it out there. Social media can be used for a great thing if you use it properly, if you drive it properly. But the same way they're arguing about we ain't father-son, we ain't no nation of gods on earth, and the white man's the devil, and you don't eat this, you don't eat that, you don't wear this, you don't wear that. Women walking around with the name Allah, they just going all out, man. The reason why they're going all out is because a lot of them are not rooted. So my suggestion is let's get re-rooted, let's get re-familiar, let's make our wisdom born and keep our word bond, and bring everything back to the foundation. Let's bring everything back to where people know that you just can't come in here and do what you want to do when you want to do it. You have to answer to somebody or a group of somebody. Even if you just come to the school and say, God, I got an idea or whatever, then it can be networked out to the various buildings in the nation, and they can agree to go to God, got a great idea, this earth got a great idea, they called the school, they came to the school, they came to the school, and they had this idea, and I'm going to let you know, I'm going to let this brother know, and then you got the certain building that will say, come together, that's a great idea. Why don't you bring it to the show and prove that you want the babies to perform in that particular fashion. Like this God here in his earth. Made this is his own company. Water. Right here. God earth right here. Water tastes real good too. I think you want to people married. So the point of fact is we have to find a way to network to come back home. So we can be on the same page. So if I was to come, somebody would come ask me a question. And I answer that question. And then that person goes to another person and ask the same question. They should get the same answer or a little bit more in-depth answer, but on the surface, it shouldn't be nothing far-fetched. Far-fetched from what was already told to them. If we tell you that the original black man is God, that's it. If somebody else come and tell you that the original black man is a king, okay, now you gotta explain the king. But basically still showing the proof that the king and the original black man is the ruler. Because it's going back to one, and one is not. And that's the foundation. But if you got somebody to ask a question, and they start taking you to the zigzag, zig, up and down, humming, and the guys up there say, what he said? But then you got a whole lot of confusion manifest themselves. So going into this year, one of the things that we really would like to do is try to fill these seats up in the parliament. We would really like to do that. Next month is the Father's Degree Day. And they have an event in different states that I know of. But we have one also in Pelon. And the information at the law school in Memphis. And just my closing, let me say this here. May 21st of this year, there'll be a bus leaving from a law school in Mecca or from the state office building. We'll be going to Washington, D.C. to the African American Museum. The seats are $40 if you want to go. You got 30 seats left. And for any information, contact 973-675-1845. Again, 973-675-1845. May 21st. Relaxing chamber. Okay?
Got a question, God.
Thank God.
The God asks, is that bus wheelchair accessible?
I'll find out.
Right.
I'll let you know, God.
Right.
And one more note. The last couple of weeks, I've been in a lot of meetings with Pelon, with the community that I reside in. Have anybody here heard of My Brother's Keeper mentoring program? Yeah. Raise your hand. All right. Well, Positive Seeds of Pelon has partnered with My Brother's Keeper program. It's a mentoring program that President Obama put together in the last 2 years to help with the absenteeism of children going to school. This program is put together for all these children that don't go to school. When they come to school, they're in a certain class, and they get certain mentoring at certain times of the day because of the fact that they're not coming to school on a regular basis. So as of Wednesday, the 1st, I'm going to have a meeting with about 40 to 50 children that's in that program. The ultimate goal is for me to talk to 107 children. So after I do this initial meeting with them and get everything set up, I'll be reaching out to various gods and earth in the nation that they can also add on to talk to young people that's not going to school for whatever reason. And I know a lot of y'all, you got parents, you got children, you got siblings, and you probably had this problem or was that problem at one time in your life, and certain things click for you. Maybe you can reach one of those children, and maybe they can get a chance to be able to change the way that they think. The only way they're going to change their attitude is if they change the way that their attitude is. So on that note, I would say peace. You got any questions?
We have a young sister here, young queen. I think that this is her first call, but we're going to call her up now. Her name is Cheyenne. Here she comes.
You speak a little louder?
come in the name of powerful Allah. Dave Matthews Madison before. I'm dealing with Allah now. I know Dave Matthews Madison, but I'm dealing with God. Whatever you want to do, God. Whatever you want to do. Yeah. Whatever you want to do. Tell me who you are.
My name is Noriega, and today's mathematics is wisdom, one, manifest wisdom, and
Take your time. Take your time. Supreme mathematics.
supreme mathematics is knowledge, wisdom, understanding, cultural freedom, power of finding, equality, God, will control, born, and how that's
Today's mathematics is wisdom, born, manifested to wisdom.
Today's mathematics is wisdom,
Thank you all. Please, God. The Father divine bring the first part of the faith. I'm second hand. Bring the power day next month. God's truth and kingdom. And we said that there's no drinking, there's no drugs. It's about the baby. So if you're not drinking any baby, don't show up. Because it's about them. A grown man feeds himself. You don't walk to that door empty-handed. It's the same way at the valley in Medina. Me and Hashim, we're going to make all three valleys from now on for the baby. Coming in there empty-handed. Coming in there with no baby. That's a bum. I'm going to say it again. That's a bum. You don't have no equality when you do stuff like that. And then you you come to no baby. I watch you. I know you watching me. I've been doing this 11 years with them. My nonprofit organization called Man Moving Child. Some brothers and sisters add on. They know who they are. Intelligence number one. Partiality one. But you don't need to add on. But that's good. 11 years. God said, go out there and get them babies, son, and teach them who they are, and make them greater than be. That's what it's about. Your son's supposed to be greater than you. The earth supposed to be greater than her mother. We got drug addicts in this nation. And I'm sick of them. A lot of brothers been home dealing with the drugs. That showed us. That showed us. You want to give a party. For who? The Lord says, say the baby. It's about the children. What, grown folks slipping cocaine, drinking food? You can do that in your house. But you know what? That I have knowledge, when it comes time to do for them, that let me know who you are. Because I'm doing it now. Because I know you're doing it now. Look. You talk about that you love Allah. Really. Mom and baby is one. A seed is a seed. The first is good as the last, and the last is good as the first. So what you been here before me? And I see that you ain't him. And he said, my best is yet to come. I'm going to say that again. He said, my best is yet to come. I'm looking at you, man. I'm looking at you. You want to do everything else but the duty of a civilized person. Well, that's on you. Anytime you want me, son, come together. Yeah, that's what he said. And you think I'm sitting up home waiting? I wish I would sit up home and wait for a cloud. Let me show you something. If you're not doing it already, what make you want to do it now? Somebody got to tell you what to do. Somebody got to tell you what to do. I see a God or earth doing something positive. I approach them. They have to come to me. And I say, how can I be a help? How can I add on? If it's in you, I'm sick and tired of it, man. And all that going to die in the form of iniquity. You can't survive playing games half-stepping. You can't. God, you can't survive. You come here with no babies, man. I got 6. At my house. Look at that. Perfect. The whole 9 yards. Feed them. And when I leave here, and they're doing great in school. I go to their school. And I'm taking them out to eat. Like I always do. You look there, at that official Supreme Mathematics, God, I give you some money. Why not get paid for what you know? You're doing great in school. I got 100 on my test, Mr. Powell. My average is 95. Bring me the paperwork. I get a copy of every report card. You cannot tell me nothing and get past me because I'm defense. I'm a basketball coach. I'm the first coach of life. I be 63 and 501. This is what I'm about. Every time I come in here, I come with babies. I don't play a game. The Lord, when you first got knowledge of something, when you first get knowledge of something, what you must do? You must bring someone. And I'm still doing it. Because that's the duty of a civilized person. Come in here and sit up in here. For what? What you doing in your community? God said, son, all you got to do is go to their community and the people tell them if they're doing right or if they're doing wrong. A man qualifies himself or he disqualifies himself. I'm not stopping. I'm going to continue on doing what I'm doing. And you know what I found out too? By doing the knowledge. It ain't just that Allah got assassinated. They trying to assassinate his teaching. Because when you don't go according to the laws of Islam and what he said and what he did, you the devil. The slide, the slick, and the wicked. Can you fool God? Not nowadays. You could never fool God. Never. Talk about, man, I walk with the Father. And what that's supposed to mean? That's supposed to make you greater than me? The first good is the last good is the first. And then I look at what you're doing. What you doing? Huh? Is that a password? Is it past me? Young brothers come to me and tell me that our older brothers are starting up for money. When Universal Shamgar and Firstborn Sincere and Firstborn Saheed, Lee Carr, Baha, I had the pleasure to be Firstborn Black Messiah before he went back home. They gave the knowledge up to me willingly, the same way that Allah gave it to them. And even when I met Azrael, he's going to come and tell me powerful what his brother said, that I'm not God. I said, when you was in Matterhall, what did Allah tell you? Who is you to change this? Who is you to change this? Like you greater than Allah. You got to be out your rabbit mind. He said, son, as long as you doing my will and doing what I tell you to do, I wish I would ask for permission from anybody for me to do something I show you the proof. And the proof is in the pudding. He said, son, they got to bear witness to you. I want that. I'll tell you something about these clowns. Some of these clowns here. But that's what they are, clowns. I come walking down the street, coming to the rally with the baby, they on the sideline. They don't even say peace. That don't mean nothing to me. Because you don't have no power. The piece with the magnetic attract. So who